Hello and welcome to my most difficult puzzle yet for a tutorial. This is adjacent. It's in an under unequal. It's one of those additional puzzles. Those are you could choose in the custom. So what this one means, first let's go with ahead and start with the basics. No ones in the same column or in the same row. Alright, so these little bars mean adjacent. Adjacent means you can have plus or minus 1. If there is no bar, you can't have it. So if we have a 2 next to the 1, it lets you know that that's wrong. There's no bar there. So no 2's next to the 1. Next we're going to focus on is on the left. We make up a 5. And I'll show you why this is wrong in a sec. But what's next to 5 but 4? Only 4 is adjacent to 5, but we can't have 2 in the same column. Same goes with 1, you can't have two 2's. And so we look for all the spaces with like this double bar formation in a row or a column. So towards the bottom, we can't have a 5 there, and the top right, we can't have a 1 or a 5 here, and we can't have a 5 here. Now the next thing I want to show you is because we can't have any 2's at the bottom right, in the column where the 1 is, where we put the last 1 and 5, we can't have a 2 there either. We can't have a 2 in, because we can't have a 1 above the 2 or below the 2, this one cannot be a 2. Because we need a 3 and a 1. So, we know there's only one spot left for the 2, and that's at the top. Let's see. Since we know 3 is going to be at the top, because we need 3 to connect to a 4 and the last 2, we know 3 is not going to be at the bottom. So we know 3 is not going to be at the bottom, 4 is going to connect to the 3 at the top. So we're left with the 5 at the bottom. So we just go ahead and mark up the 5's up this column. And you know there's no 5's on this row. Now if we look over here on the left, we know that if there's going to be a 4 right here, there's going to have to be two 3's next to it. And that's going to be problematic because we'll need a 2 at the bottom right of those 3's. Why is that? Because 3's because it can't be next to 5's. Next, it has to be next to a 2. The top right one has to be next to a 2. But the bottom one can't be next to anything that's next to a 3. So it's kind of like a lie, a contradiction. The top one, the top 3 needs to be next to something, and the bottom one needs to not be next to that number. So we know this one cannot be 4, because it forces those 3's to contradict. Alright. You can go ahead and focus on this top right corner with that 2. You know it's going to be that, be the 3, so we have that 2 at the top, where that's the only spot left, and the 4 goes right here. Now we can go ahead and mark up those rows, the things that can't go there, like the 1 and 3 are adjacent to 2, and 2, we already have the 2. So right here we already have the 3. Here we can't have the 3 because it's adjacent to 4, and we can't have the 4, and we can't have the 5. Go ahead and put in all the 4's, and the 3's, and the 2's. Alright, what we'll go ahead and focus on next is the 1, 3, 5 on the left. We notice that 1, 3, and 5, those are consecutive odd numbers. If you have an even number next to it, let's see, even numbers are always adjacent to odd numbers. And so if you can't have any odd numbers, you can't have any adjacent even numbers. There's no 2 or 4. Same thing goes with this top 2. If we add a 1, we know that 2 is the only adjacent number, so we can't have a 1 right here. So we can't have a 4 right here because of that rule. No odd numbers means no even numbers adjacent, so no 2's, no 4's there. Here we add the 2 and the 4 because the odd numbers on the right, and we already know the 2 and the 4 don't go here. Alright. Where are some other places that this rule applies? Looking. 1, 3, 5, 2, 4. Alright, you see on the right wall, we see the 1, 3, 5, and it's adjacent to the one below it. And we have 3, 4, 5 there. We also know there's no 2 there, so we know there's definitely going to be a 1 there. Alright, how do we know there's not going to be a 3 right here? Well, if there was a 3, we would need Let's see, nothing adjacent to it. We can't have a 4 above it. We'd have to have a 4 below it. No, we can't have a 4 below it. Let's see, why did I put that 3 there? Oh, because on the second to last right column, we have to have a 3. And 3 cannot be adjacent to 3, but if it's at the bottom right, we can't have that either because we have to do a count all the way up. For the example, 1, 2, 3, 4 works because 1 and 4 are not adjacent. There's no bar in between them. So we have to have a 3 here, and it has to count either up or down. Therefore, this one cannot be 3, and this one cannot be 3. Let's see. Alright, well, how did I conclude this next part? Reviewing my very in-depth thoughts. Trying to very difficult. So, if we have a 3 right here, we would have to count upward 2, 3, 4, 5. That doesn't work. So we can't have a 3 right here. That's the only way it would work, because this has to count upwards. If we try to do 3, 4, it would have to go 1, 2, 3, 4. If we have a 4 right here, it could prove problematic. We'd have to have a 2 right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 and 4, let's see. 1, 2, 3. That would be 3 right there. So if there's a 3 right here, there has to be a 3 right here. So to go over that one more time. If we have a 3 right here, we have to count upwards. 4, 3, 2, 1. Because 4 and 1 are separate, and it's the only way we can count all the way up with everything fitting in. Because this has to count, 1 is the lowest and farthest away number. We can't have a 5 right there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. This one has to be something not next to 4, and it can't be 4. So it has to be 2. And this one have to count as well. 1, 2, 3, 4. We already know 1 and 1 contradicts. 3 and 3 contradicts. And so that we can't have this one as a 3. Therefore, one of these is going to be a 3, which is kind of nice. Another thing is that we can't have 3, 4, 5, 6. We can't have 1, 2, 0, 1, 2, 3. So we know 3 is definitely in one of these spots. Therefore, 3 cannot be in one of these spots. So that's an easier way to see that 3 does not go in this spot. Alright. 2 does not go in this spot. Why? Because 1 and 3 are right here. Because we can't have a consecutive number next to it. So we know 2 is in one of these spots as well. And because 2 is there, 2 cannot go in the bottom left corners. Alright. Let's see. 1 cannot go here. Why did I put that there? Oh, because 1 needs to go on to one of these spots. Since 5 cannot go there and end that small straight, like a Yahtzee small straight, like a 2, 3, 4, 5, 2, 3, 4, 5, or see how 5 cannot end there, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 cannot end there as well. So small straights in like a Yahtzee. We know 1 is going to go here or here, therefore 1 cannot go here or here. Alright, we know 1 can go here. 1! So, we mark off all the 1s. Whew! This one is intense. Alright, what can we focus on next? Let's see. 1. Marked off all the 1s. We know that 2 cannot go right here because it's next to 1 in the exact center. That's what I'm just adding. And so we know 2 is going to go right here because of the whole column. And so 2 cannot go on the bottom. We know 2 can't go here. And we can't have 4. We have to count upwards adjacently. So 3, 4, 5. Then we can start marking off more of the column. We know 3 is going to go right above the 5. And we can mark off this left part of the bottom. We know 1 is going to go down there. And 4. Alright, the bottom left is completely done. We got a 3. Now we can keep going upward and get a 1. There we go, 1. And top one's going to be 4. Woo, we got a 5. We've got a 2. And the rest of it from here goes pretty easily. Whew. Now the bottom left corner is going to be a 1. And we filled up the top left corner. We filled in the adjacent. We got a 2 right here. This one's going to be 3 because of that 2. If we work adjacently, 4 is going to be right below it, and 2 and 1 are going to be just to the left of that. Alright, thank you for watching and bearing with me on this Unruly undertaking. I'll go ahead and do an easier 4x4. Let's do 4. If you try and do 4 on recursive, it's like, what the heck? You have to have at least 5 because it's too easy. Alright, now let's go to custom and just make it maybe extreme, if it'll accept that. Yes. Alright, no, it's supposed to be 4x4. Sorry. This I'm trying to make it really quick, just in case you want to see another example. Oh! Alright, let's try tricky. 4x4. No, it doesn't like that either. Let's just try easy. Alright, we have a 3, so we can't have any more 3s. Can't have any 2s adjacent because there's no adjacent C-bar. Alright, can we have a 3 right here? 4 and 4. Yeah, we could have a 3 right there. Alright, because this one cannot be 2, this one is the only one that's next to 2 that it could appreciate. Now 2 cannot go here. No, wait, not 2. Because this one is 2 or 4, this one cannot be 3. Because it's 2 or 4, 2 and 4 are both next to 3, so this one cannot be 3. Alright, let's see. 1 and 3, there we go, they got the same rule. They're both, this one's going to have to be 2 or 4, so this one cannot be 3. Alright, so this one's going to be 1, 2, or 4. This one's going to be 1, 2, or 4. This one cannot be 1. It's going to be 2 through 4. So if this one's 2, these ones are 4. If this one's 4, these ones are 2. But I don't see how it's possible that this one could be 3, unless these are both 1, which is possible. Since these are not 3, this one cannot be 4. And this one cannot be 4, and this one cannot be 4. Woo! 4 is the 4 only has one option, that's 3, and since these can't be 3 next to it, it can't be 4. Alright, for this little corner guy, see if we can find out anything about him. Whew. Nope, got nothing. Since these ones cannot be 3, we can get a full corner of 3, or a full diagonal of 3s. This one could be 3. That would be actually very convenient, because then these ones could be 4, and this one could be 2. 3, 4, and 2. Let's see. Do we have anything off of the rows? This one or this one could be 3. These could be 3. Let's see. This one. This one could be high chance of being 4. These adjacent ones are the most difficult. I put this one on easy. Maybe there's something I'm not seeing. This one could be 1 or... This one can't be 4. Why didn't I see that earlier? This one can't be 4. Oh, it's because my little square is blocking it out. Woo! I'm glad I remember this was on easy so I can just look over the important, simple information. Alright. This one cannot be 2 because this one is blocked off of 1 and 3. This one cannot be 1. This one cannot be 2, so this one cannot be 1. Therefore, this one cannot be 2 as well. Alright, since these are 2 and 4, 2 or 4, this one cannot be 3 because it's adjacent to both of them. Do you see what I mean? This one is 2 or 4, this one's 2 or 4, therefore this one cannot be adjacent to neither 2 or 4, which means it's only 3. Alright, this one has to be 1 or 3, 2 cannot be neither of these, therefore 1 cannot be here. See if we got any additional information from that. We got a 3. Come on, 3. Yes, we got another 3. That means this one is going to be 3. You can just mark off all the other ones so they can appear not 3. This one cannot be 4, which means it is 2. This one's going to be 4 and 4. I kind of like this one. It's very symmetrical. This one's 1 and 1. Alright, so what's this one? Kind of want it Alright, this one's going to be 2 and 2, so this one has to be 2. Yay. And 4 and 4. Watching again, I hope you're, will look at my other videos and continue to have fun with these puzzles. Feel free to subscribe, and thank you again.